Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review I Love Us, and this new romance, crime, comedy focuses on Sammy Silver, played by director and star Danny A. Abeckaser, who is, lives his life a part of this crime syndicate led by his father, Robert Davi, who is like the most crime syndicate head boss guy that you could possibly pop into this movie. And he falls in love with this woman played by Cassidy, who's well known from Arrow, and they fall for each other. She happens to be a single mother, and tragedy strikes, and then Sammy's trying to make this connection with her daughters and trying to live out his life and trying to get rid of this baggage of this crime syndicate and going on one last job. And while also having like child services up his butt, so he has to have his brother-in-law move in, and played by Finley, and you have there's David James Elliott from Jag is in this as like one of the criminals who gets put on this job. And overall, this film, you could feel the small budget about it, and you could feel that at moments. It has some very bright, shiny, sheeny kind of cinematography because, there isn't a whole lot of texture or anything to the cinematography. It's very much just let's push as much light on this as possible. Abeckaser, I don't think does anything in particular as a director that really makes it stand out. It's very workmanlike, and from an acting perspective, he's a little stiff. And there's some other actors in this film that feel a lot more comfortable. He does have, I bought Cassidy's love and connection. She did a really fine job in this film. I don't know how much I believed his performance. You have Robert Davi, who's very charismatic, doing his thing whenever he's on screen. You have people like Cruz from Orange is the New Black popping up here and there as part of this crime syndicate. But, I don't know. I think aspects of this film that really work more in a more genuine way is the actual relationship that he has with Cassidy's character, and then the connection that he builds with her daughters. And less that I feel like this works is the crime syndicate kind of things outside of they could have just had Robert Davi, who could have been a crime syndicate guy, and not have Sammy Silver, the main character, part of that crime syndicate, and just kind of have that looming over him. But I don't think the whole crime stuff really fit and really felt earned and felt like it was worthwhile to add included with all of the human, regular, familial drama that the film offers. And in general, I think this works a lot more as a sweet human kind of experience, and less of when they try to get very much like a crime thriller kind of feel to this film, which feels very off in terms of tone because Abeckaser doesn't do the greatest of job of balancing the tone. It's has its silly moments. It's a comedy, but honestly, it gets more serious than not in this film, and there's a lot of times where it does feel like there's a whole lot of laughs going on, and feels much more serious. And from a tonal perspective, that was hard to challenge. But one of the reasons why I give this a potentially fresh rating here is I felt like this was a sweet and endearing film that at least has a heart and is trying. And maybe I'm being a little nice on it, but I think in this film it was a pretty nice little film. So I feel like it did enough for me to at least get some appreciation out of it, even if I felt like a lot of the crime stuff was a little distracting and didn't fit well in the rest of the narrative. But in the end, if you like a good familial drama with some romance, with some comedy, throw in a little crime thriller, I think you'll enjoy I Love Us. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.